Let's bring you an update on the Nembe oil spill. The Aiteo exploration has finally stopped leaking wellhead at the oil mining license 29 facility in Nembe. But the Socio-cultural organization, Nembe Congress, is seeking a comprehensive remediation of the affected area. Let's bring in the APC Chairman in Bayelsa State, Dennis Otiotio, who is joining me via Zoom. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News at 1. There have been forth and back.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. There have been forth and back on the Nembe oil spill. For instance, the Bayelsa State government blamed it on equipment failure, while the oil firm claimed that the leak was caused by sabotage. Can you tell us the situation of things as it stands now?
Well, for anybody to make any assertion now will be premeditated. The industry practice is after stopping the leak, you go for a joint investigation visit, GIV, where delegations from the federal regulatory, that is the regulatory authority, that is the, in this case, the upstream, the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission, NOSRA, representative from the State Ministry of Environment, and then representative from the community will go to the wellhead and then inspect the place and determine the actual cause of the spill. So at this stage, nobody can say whether it is sabotage or it is equipment failure or whatever. And so I think we are calling on the government, the regulatory authorities, and the state government to expedite action in going to conduct the GIV. It is only then we will be able to know the actual cause of spill. And you know, this is a big, huge disaster. And as such, we demand that after the GIV, that there should be a post-impact assessment.
Right. Let me quickly pause because of our time. Mr. Otiotio, let me quickly pause because of our time. The governor of Bayelsa State said it described it as what happened in the Gulf of Mexico. If you look at the devastation this caused the people of the Santa Barbara River and the Nembe locality, how much effect does it have on the flora and fauna of that community in that locality precisely?
Well, you know, I visited I accompanied the king of Opunembe, His Royal Majesty King Biobelemoye Josiah Obodo VIII, and the Minister of State for Petroleum, Chief Chimepro Silva, to the site on the 24th of November. And what I saw there was massive. And you know, Aiteo, the operators of the well, had said that well was the gas oil ratio was 80-20. What it means is that it's a gas well. And so the crude oil you see there is just 20% of what was coming out from the well. And so 80% of what was coming out from that well was pure gas, methane. And so methane is been proven to have 30 times more hazardous than gas flaring. And so for this number of days, for more than a month, that a month and a half that the spill went on unabated, it has really affected the environment and the people's way of life. And you know, we cannot even begin to determine what the extent of the damage now. It will take 10, 20 years for people to even realize the extent of that damage.
Right. Well, let's see what, because we know
and that is why we believe that there should be a post-impact assessment to
Right.
determine how best to remediate the harm that has been caused to that environment.
All right, I wish we could take this further, but then even with the remediation, we also hope that there is much that is being done or put in place to prevent future humanitarian or ecological disaster. APC Chairman in Bayelsa State, Otiotio, thank you so much for speaking with TVC News.